Hello. I wanna share with you something that I find really amusing and very very helpful, and which often allows me to kind of get the joke. And get the joke comes from the Zen tradition where I sit and I'm just like grinding in the suffering, my conditioned ego, and then all of a sudden I'm just dropping in like I'm doing it again. I'm back. I am residing in my empty awareness and I'm aware of. And this concept expanded upon the trauma theory, particularly the idea that we are split into parts. When we're too much, can't tolerate, we dissociate. Okay? So the whole personality is then fragmented. And the way I experience this is, and like this fragmentation is compassion, because there's pain in this, that if I'm going to function no matter what, I need to kind of create a little bit of distance between it. So it's actually it's a really good to have this structural dissociation happening, because for example, I remember many times going to the clinic and working with my clients and going from my own conditioned suffering around what's not working, how I'm broken, whatever. But all of a sudden, I'm just showing up. Tell me about you. How are you feeling? And it was like, so basically, in one part of the fragmentation, I have those parts of me, the professional me, very functioning, right? So I just kind of rise into really highly functioning. And in different environments, I also have a similar kind of functioning, which is this part of the personality that survives no matter what. I'm just going to show up. However, in more intimate, connected relationship, long term, where there's more dependency involved, there can be other kind of triggers that I can't kind of hold in the same way I can hold when I'm, in the role of function of the professional. Like I'm appropriate. There's a containment here, right? But here it's more like triggered. And in these, they're like all these little creatures that basically we can call them instinct or animal defenses. And they act too fast, they act instantaneous. They take me into safety in the way they know how to. So for example, we have like fight, kills, flight, runs away, freeze, just kind of waits until the danger is over, and submission and shame is like, okay, you biggest, I'm just gonna be here. Like these are lenses through which we will see life and ourselves, but we're not even aware of it because there's a dissociation. And I'm not even aware that I'm in the professional unless I am getting the joke. Similarly, I'm not aware that I'm in fight, but you will definitely notice a difference that something got a bit more rigid and my tenseness in my voice and I'm trying to control. I'm speaking very fast because I find this so hilarious and also very helpful. But so what I want to share is just a brief little touch in on what we will go deeper into in my workshop, particularly the Trauma to Trust workshop. You will really get an experience of this so that you can know, oh, I I'm in fight, for example. This is fight. The fight wants to control, it kills, it's very judgmental, particularly judgmental of the more vulnerable, needy parts of me. And ultimately, fight is what says, like, if it's between me and pain, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna win. So it's that suicidal, right? So it's like fight, and it lives up in the jaw and the shoulders. It like penetrates with aggression, right? This is the fight instinct that shows up like, hey, whoa, 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 And then we have flight. This is the part of me like really uncomfortable. Like I just want to get out of my own skin. And this is the addict in me. This is like, oh my God, where's my Facebook? Oh, what is this? Like, this is, back in the days, I was like, okay, I just need to binge and starve and like train, and like I just have this urge to just change my state of mind. So it basically runs away, escapes. Okay, this is flight. And then we have this freeze. Deer in the headlight, like heart is bouncing really, really quickly, but I can't fight you, I can't run away. I'm just like waiting until the danger is over. And I'm just breathing. And this is also the part of me that's really phobic. Oh my God, I'm speaking too fast. Phobic of being seen. It's like, if you ask me here, how are you? Like, fine. Like, I don't want to open up. I'm just like in freeze. I'm waiting for you to go or whatever. Something is wrong, And then, we have this shame and submission. I call it the shit sack. It's the part of me that's worthless, that's suppressed, that's like collapsed, and everything is going the wrong way, and kind of victim mentality, and like, oh, poor me, and it's really like, it's really centered around its worthlessness, because in a way, if it's all my fault, it's like, hey, I can, it's all my fault. It gives me a sense of control, And as a compensation for this one, it's often this special me, like this is, like and it's often the face of this. I'm going to compensate. I'm going to be impressive. I'm going to be like the best choreographer, the best psychotherapist, the best this and that. And, it's the clinical, it's the narcissist in me, that like, oh, I'm so special, and then there's this part that is really, yeah, it really needs somebody to rescue, and it needs somebody to depend upon. It needs somebody to rescue it, and this is the part that is like, oh my God, why isn't she texting me back? I texted 5 minutes ago, and am I being abandoned? I really need you. And of course I have the sarcasm, because part of the sarcasm is this fight, because I have had a complex relationship between I don't need anyone to like I really do. Right? You see, like, it's wonderful to have a connection with this, Oh yeah, and then we have these. This is actually the same thing, This is the part that is really focused on how are you doing, because if you perhaps are in a bad mood, then I'm in trouble. It's the sexy, hey, how you doing? I'm gonna kind of make you feel really good so that you forget whatever you're feeling, because I'm afraid you won't be able to hold it. You will have another of those shaming attacks against me. So I'm just gonna make you feel better, Or I'm gonna say yes, but I'm really no. But it's just like, cause I don't want to deal with the stuff that comes up. Perhaps my fear of you feeling rejected. If I say no, so I'm just gonna go along with, it's like, and So it's the part of us that really survives by having our center out there and trying to, in some way, manipulate. It's a harsh word, but like make you feel better so that you won't have a reaction that's going to be dangerous for me, Okay, and the last one is like, okay, I'm just like completely collapsed, no energy. This is like beyond the shit sack. Like, it's like this completely dead, completely out there, completely like, don't even want to start this day. Can't move, can't think. It's really when the shit has just hit the fan, and I'm completely like, okay, I can't feel anything. I'm numb. So for me to bring awareness, to kind of to get the joke is basically to kind of to hold like, okay, I am all of a sudden waking up to the fact that I am seeing life through one of these lenses. And they can go pretty quickly. They can coexist. It isn't like one happens and then like, no, they all live there. They're all looking out for danger. They're all there to help me. And I really can't fight not to fight. But like, I am the one who can create a body in two different ways. One is in sitting in fire so that I can just feel the heat of the moment and say like, I am here, I'm embracing all of this. Or I can show up, I can like, whoa, change my state of mind really like a warrior, like, whoa, okay, I'm gonna penetrate this moment and I'm gonna see who is here, right? And then when I'm with these, then I can let you in on what's going on, and I can notice and name these as perspectives, as parts of me. And I can change the state of mind through regulating my body, a somatic regulation, so that I can actually create the safety that these people, these parts of me need to feel someone has got my back. And then I can kind of listen, what do you need, and provide that in a conscious way, instead of letting these react for me for my safety. So this is life. So I think this is a very useful map to actually, begin to reclaim our present moment life, instead of living unconsciously through these hysterical ways of responding to threats that actually don't even exist. For example, I won't die if somebody rejects me, even though it feels like it. But I'm the one who's going to not reject this. I'm the one who's going to say, I'm not going to reject you. I'm going to be here. I'm going to sit in the fire, and I'm going to create some intimacy around the vulnerability I feel around my fear of being rejected. And all of a sudden my heart pops up, and then we are together here. And it's fun, and it's great, and it's playful. Yes. And hey, if you want to learn more, come to the workshop, Trauma to Trust. Boom!